Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Friday, November 15th, 2024. A man reported to be walking into traffic on 29 Palms Highway was arrested on suspicion of being a convicted felon in possession of weapons and ammunition. On Wednesday night at around 10:15 p.m., county sheriff's deputies responded to several calls reporting that a man was acting strangely and as though he was going to walk into traffic near the 76 station in Joshua Tree. Deputies arrived and contacted the man, who they identified as Michael Martin, 34, and they say he was found to be in possession of a knife and ammunition. Martin was also found to be on post-release community supervision, and as a convicted felon, he is prohibited from possessing weapons or ammunition. Michael Martin was arrested on suspicion of carrying a concealed dirk or dagger, being a prohibited person in possession of ammunition, and violating the terms of his post-release community supervision. He is being held without bail at the West Valley Detention Center. A hiker was airlifted out of Joshua Tree National Park and taken to a hospital for medical treatment. Officials with the National Park Service said that a hiker experienced a medical issue on Wednesday. They described her as a female backpacker in her mid-50s. The hiker was a part of a backpacking group that was in the National Park wilderness in the area of Samuelson's Rock. The National Park Service said that the group noticed the hiker was having a medical issue and they were able to place a phone call to request emergency services. Because of the location of the hiker, San Bernardino County Sheriff's helicopter unit responded and airlifted her to a road where she was transported via Morongo Basin ambulance to High Desert Medical Center for treatment for minor injuries. The National Park Service thanked those agencies as well as San Bernardino County Fire, National Park Rangers, and Joshua Tree Search and Rescue for their work on providing assistance to the hiker. Partners Against Violence provides free support services to survivors of sexual assault and violent crimes, offering a safe environment for healing. Trained, trauma-informed professionals facilitate recovery, including a 24-hour crisis hotline, but fundraising is more critical than ever due to budget cuts. Partners Against Violence is holding a holiday celebration to help fundraise tonight. Reporter Hillary Sloan has the details.
Partners Against Violence is hosting several fundraising opportunities this holiday season. Join the fun and add your support at the Fa La 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 Fiesta on November 15th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Rasta Rita Cantina, 73662 Homestead Drive, 29 Palms. Enjoy a taco dinner, music, a tattoo bus, prize-filled piñatas, a photo booth, and vendors for early holiday shopping. There is a 50-50 raffle where the winner takes half the prize money. Tickets are $30 and can be purchased on their website or at the door. Philanthropic donors are needed more now than ever. Your donations can directly impact survivors' lives and help ensure essential services continue without interruption. To donate, contact Partners Against Violence through the website. Other fundraising opportunities are Giving Tuesday and a holiday outreach. Neighbors support neighbors by purchasing gift cards or gifts. It could be a toy, clothing, or food, something that can help restore a sense of normalcy to the lives of those affected by sexual assault or violence. You can donate online at www.partnersagainstviolence.org. For Z107.7, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
The recently formed 29 Palms Combat Center Alliance is hoping to encourage collaboration between the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center and the residents of 29 Palms, and their initial outreach is happening tomorrow morning at Lucky Park. The 29 Palms Combat Center Alliance is a non-profit organization that is planning to organize quarterly outreach meetings where combat center officials can meet and speak with neighbors. Tomorrow's session will feature Colonel Ron Storer, the Chief of Staff of the Marine Air Ground Task Force Training Command, and he is expected to discuss the mission and priorities of the base. Tomorrow's meeting will be held at the Lucky Park Activity Center in 29 Palms. The conversation begins at 9 a.m. The Yucca Valley Art Festival kicks off tomorrow and runs all weekend long. Put on by the Yucca Valley Chamber of Commerce, the art festival will feature one-of-a-kind handcrafted items and fine art for sale. Expect metal and wood sculptures, ceramics, glass, yard art, even unique clothing and custom jewelry. The art festival begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. and runs until 2 p.m. with the same hours on Sunday. A popular local preschool daycare program got some help recently when the 29 Palms Rotary Club provided them with a new sign. The sign for the Little School of the Desert was recently installed with club members, church officials, the sign's builder, and even a student on hand. Each year, in addition to major community service projects and events, the president of the Rotary Club chooses a president's project. In 2024, then-President Dan Mintz asked Liz Meyer, a Rotarian and the president of the Little Church of the Desert, if they had any immediate needs. Meyer told Mintz that the preschool sign had seen much better days and needed to be replaced. The sign was completed in late August with the Rotary District Governor on hand. It was put in place with a little ceremony and a lot of smiles. The Rotary Club of 29 Palms is dedicated to community service, and they meet Wednesdays at the Little Church of the Desert meeting room. New members are actively sought, and visitors are welcome to attend. Our dark desert skies will be lit up tonight, and online news editor Robert Hayden has the lunar lowdown on tonight's celestial show.
The final supermoon of 2024 will be your spotlight in the sky tonight. It's called the Beaver moon, which is the last full lunar cycle to achieve supermoon status before the end of the year. That happens when a monthly full moon coincides with the moon's closest approach to the Earth, or the perigee. That's why a supermoon looks brighter and larger than a plain full moon, because it is. So why is it called the Beaver moon? According to the Old Farmer's Almanac, November is typically the time of year when beavers get cozy in their lodges and they have stored sufficient food for the long winter. There aren't a lot of rivers around here, so some alternative names for November's full moon is the digging or scratching moon or the deer rutting moon. Whatever you want to call it, as the sun sets on the crisp fall day today, look west around 4:30 p.m. to start to see the moon peek over the horizon. There's only one more moon cycle in 2024, with the winter solstice and the shortest day of the year just a short 5 weeks away. Take a moment to soak in the moonlight tonight and set your year-end intentions as we head into the final weeks of 2024. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
And finally, the Yucca Valley High School wrestling team opened their season this week with some really big wins. On Tuesday, they wrestled Shadow Hills High School in a non-league duel. The Yucca Valley girls team lost the match, but they wrestled well against one of the best girls teams in the state. They scored 15 points to Shadow Hills' 66. The Yucca Valley boys beat Shadow Hills for the first time, 38-36. On Wednesday, both the boys and girls Yucca Valley High School wrestling teams beat Coachella Valley High School, one of their biggest competitors in the league. Yucca Valley girls scored 38-15, and the Yucca Valley boys won 48-36. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.